इधर चलते हैं निर्वाचन सदन जहां चुनाव आयोग की बैठक हो रही है।
56 constituencies which went for poll today. 7 constituencies the poll time was fixed from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. Whereas for 49 number of constituencies 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. was the time for polling. Would like to inform you that the largest number of assembly constituency elector wise which went for poll today is 19 Dabgram Fulbari constituency in Jalpaiguri, where the number of electors is 2.6 lakhs, whereas the smallest assembly constituency elector wise is 39 Balurghat in Dakshin Dinajpur, where the number of electors is 1.6 lakhs. I would like to inform you that in today's poll, total 1,620 number of micro observers were deployed at various polling stations to keep a watch from the point of view of observer, because the micro observer reports directly to the observers, and 1,620 micro observers from the central government staff which report directly to the observers of the election commission. 65,434 number of polling personnel had been deployed for the purpose of conducting the election, and at the polling station about 25,000 number of police personnel were deployed. Total 1,384 number of video cameras were used, and webcasting was taken in over 400 number of polling station, which could be which shows what are the happenings in the polling station during the hour of poll. Now I give you the information about the electors who are eligible to cast vote today in these 56 number of constituencies. Total number of male electors in these 56 constituencies were 62.49 lakhs. 62.49 lakh number of male electors. Female electors 58.91 lakhs. Third gender 174 number of third genders. So the total number of electors who are eligible to vote today 1 crores and 21 lakhs. The photo voter slip is distributed by the election staff up till 5 days before the date of poll, and in this phase 96.7% of the photo voter slips were distributed to the voters. 1.21 crore voters, out of that 96.7% were given the voter slip by the BLOs. 33,309 is the number of service voters who also were eligible to cast vote in this particular phase of election, and this put together 1.21 crores is the number of electors. Total number of candidates in fray in this 56 constituencies are 383. 383 number of candidates were in fray, of which 350 are male candidates, and female candidates number is 33. I would like to give you the EVM informations. Total ballot units which were used in this phase were 16,198 number, and the control unit which were used are 16,050. VVPAT also was deployed in selected constituencies, and total number of VVPAT voter verifiable paper audit trail number used were 2014 number. 2014. During the course of the poll, starting from the mock poll time, total 166 number of EVMs were replaced because of minor errors, link errors or other errors, but this did not lead to any vitiation of poll process. A little bit of information about the enforcement of law and order I would like to give you. Total number of licensed armed in this particular phase, 56 assembly constituencies The licensed arms number is 10,980. Number of arms which were deposited were 8,288. In special cases, particularly for security agencies and for the bank guards, some exemption is given by the district authorities. So against 10,980, 8,288 number of arms have been deposited. In these 56 constituencies, number of non-bailable warrants which were executed against the persons after the announcement of election since 4th of March are 15,623. So 15,623 number of NBWs were executed against the people who are involved with the serious crimes, and 5,819 number of people were taken for binding over under various sections of CRPC to maintain the order and peace and to prevent any intimidation of voters. The seizure of cash in these constituencies till date is total 1,23,74,000 rupees. Arms and ammunition seized, number of arms seized, these are illegal arms, 316 number. 397 number of ammunitions were also seized, and bombs, it is reported that 10.56 kilograms of explosives and bombs were seized by the law enforcing agencies. The seizure of liquor was to the tune of 3,56,730 liters of illicit liquor, which was seized and destroyed, whereas the drugs in milligram seized is nil. I would like to inform you that this time we made an elaborate arrangement for taking stock of the polling where the voters are still available at the time fixed for close of poll, that is 6 p.m. To ensure that we know the correct position, at 5 p.m. what is the voter turnout is collected from the various polling stations through a mobile based and SMS based system, and that is reported, which I will be sharing with you shortly. And at the time of closure of poll fixed by the commission, that is 6 p.m., what is the actual number of vote polled at each polling station, and what is the status of queue at the polling station at 6 p.m., how many number, whom the slip has been given by the presiding officer, so that the number is frozen, that how many number of people were present at the time of voting, closure of voting, that is 6 p.m., is collected by an SMS based monitoring system. And these people alone are permitted to vote, and an additional information is being prepared by every every presiding officer, wherein he writes this information, that what was the number of vote polled at 6 p.m., what was the number of electors in queue at 6 p.m. and token given, how many number of voters out of those people whom the slip has been given have actually voted, what is the final number of vote polled when the close of poll actually took place, and what is the time of actual closure. These 9 informations in an additional format are taken, and presiding officer signs on that particular statement, and all the polling agents present from various political party also signs that, so that we are taking into account each and every vote polled up till 6 p.m. and after that those who were in queue, so that there should be, every vote is accounted for and no change is possible to be taken after that. So this is basically introduced for bringing in more probity and more objectivity in the reporting. I would also like to inform you that the polling process by and large was peaceful. Today there were few incidents of clashes near the polling stations were reported. Immediate and prompt action was taken by the police force which was deployed there in big number. Here I would like to inform you that the total number of CPF deployed during this phase is 80,000 number, 800 companies of CPF, amounting to 80,000 number of CPF personnel were deployed. Apart from 25,000 police force, which include the state armed police force also. There were about 141 number of CPF quick response team, QRTs, 1,153 CPF sector mobiles, that means the CPF guards along with the sector officer were deployed. RTs of the SAP were more than 100 in number. All put together, 1,500, more than 1,500 number of mobile teams, quick response teams, and also the RTs and high radio flying squads were deployed. And the response time was very swift. Why I am telling this is that within few minutes of any incident of any type of clash or any violence or anything about the stoppage of interruption of poll was reported, immediately our RTs, QRTs, the sector officers, ROs and even ADMs were rushed to the spot, and immediately the situation was brought under control. Few incidents of disruption of poll process were reported, mainly because of the EVM's errors or non-functioning, which I have already told you were replaced immediately. And wherever there was a case of clash or violence, immediately the QRT acted. I would like to inform you that in the beginning hours itself, it was informed that one incident has taken place in the polling station number 78 of Bolpur constituencies, where a clash erupted between the supporter of two political parties, in which 3 people were injured, who were immediately taken to the hospital, and police team reached immediately there, and 3 people who were the miscreants, they were arrested immediately, and action had been taken. This is one major incident which has taken place of clash. No poll-related death has been reported so far. However, unfortunately, there was death of one polling officer 3, who is reported to have died due to the heart attack. The cases where we found that some complaint came against the polling personnel, immediately Commission has acted very swiftly. There was a case wherein a presiding officer was found to be reported to be helping the voter near the both compartment, and immediately the presiding officer was removed from there. He was replaced by another presiding officer, and disciplinary action has been initiated for this violation. I'll tell you. So wherever there was any, it was he was replaced. Let me tell you the name of the gentleman who died. His name is Gopi Chakravarti. He was the 3rd polling officer of Kumargam block, who died by heart attack. That is what the unfortunate thing which has happened. And it happened in Alipurdwar. That is the district where it has taken place. Now, I would like to inform you that the poll percentage, as has been reported by the district authorities, and to us it has been informed by the Chief Electoral Officer, at 5 p.m. for these 56 number of constituencies. At 5 p.m., collected through the SMS based poll percentage monitoring system is 79.70. 79.70. This is at 5 p.m. and as I have already informed that up till 6 p.m. the polling time was fixed in 49 number of constituencies, and we were informed that the polling went on beyond 6 p.m. in some of the polling stations, and where the tokens or slips have been issued, and we would be getting the information, accurate information, as and when the entire report is finalized. For your information, I would like to inform that in 2011 assembly elections, the poll percentage for these 56 constituencies, final poll percentage after reconciliation, was 86.51%. In 2014, the final reconciled figure, final voter turnout in parliament election in these 56 constituencies was 82.70. So I once again repeat, 5 p.m. reported figure of voter turnout based on the SMS based poll monitoring system is 79.70, which would be increasing when we get the final figure. 2011 it was 86.51%, and 2014 parliament election 82.70 is the number which have been informed. This is the incident where the polling officer was informed, was at booth number 163 in English Bazaar under Malda district. Here immediately the presiding officer was removed, he was replaced, and the dispute proceeding has been initiated against him. This is what I told earlier also, that in the beginning itself one clash was reported between the TMC and BJP workers at booth number 78 of Dormut area in Bolpur assembly constituencies in West Bengal, and the person's name who was the main person is Hemant Hazara. Police immediately rushed, and the 3 people who were injured, they were taken to the hospital, as well as pardon? It is it's not written that which they were supporter. The name is there, that Hemant Hazara. He assaulted the people, and he was arrested along with 2 more culprits, and the house owner where these people were there has also been detained. So this is what from my side. I would invite any question if you have.
कि आप देख रहे थे सीधा प्रसारण निर्वाचन सदन से। पश्चिम बंगाल में आज हुए दूसरे चरण के मतदान पर उपचुनाव आयुक्त संदीप सक्सेना जानकारी दे रहे थे।